Good morning, good morning, good morning via Tom. Good morning, everyone. Tom, aka Nostradamus. I am the bombest, man. We got so much to cover today. I'm really excited. We're going to talk about going all in Harmony One. I'm not joking. Mentally, I'm all in Harmony One. I did buy a lot of Harmony One. I did sell something to buy Harmony One. If DMAC is ever in the house, catches this video, he's going to be super excited because the coin I dumped in order to get Harmony One. But I'm pretty excited. I'm looking at staking it, possibly doing a validator node. It looks like you can do validator nodes on Anchor, ANKR, another blockchain. I went over there to check that out, and I don't see the Harmony One validator node in their store right now. Hopefully that's just some kind of maintenance or something. I did put in a support ticket, but I'm looking forward to doing that as a system and network engineer. That kind of stuff kind of excites me, you know, tinkering around. It's one of the reasons I'm doing a lot of Chia too. I got the Chia rig going. We do a lot of Chia content over here. Like, subscribe, bell button, go. So if you're interested in making money on cryptocurrency, I've already got an idea for what my video is going to be tomorrow, and that is embracing, looking forward to, and actually wanting a crypto bear market, because that's where you're going to make a ton of money. And I have what I think is a pretty good exit plan. The stock market is going to open in about 3 minutes. We're going to take a look at that. Last time I checked, it was a bit green. I'm not sure how it's doing now. Let's take a quick look at what's going on in crypto. You can thank me for crashing the crypto market, because I woke up, things were good. Things were green. Bitcoin was up. Ethereum was up. This is about the time I woke up, around 4 a.m. Well, that's 4:45. So it was about right here. I woke up and it went up a little bit, and then it's just crashed ever since then. I guess you're welcome, right? We're looking at the minute charts right now. DMAC in the house. XVGB, tell me will not make it 10x. What is X? Bro, I got some great news for you. Yes, don't chat while driving, but I may have sold a coin for Harmony One. I'm going in all Harmony. What coin? Take a get. No. Don't type unless you're at like a stop sign or something. But we're going to get to it. Really appreciate you coming into the channel while you're driving. I love the support. All right, so Ethereum, same thing, man. I think this is this is about 4:51, about an hour after I woke up. It was clocking close to 3,600, boys and girls. I was getting excited. It's fallen off a cliff all the way down below 3,400. It's starting to get a little bouncy bounce. Cardano, porn coin. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of those. Porn coin, titty coin, a few others. See, what is Cardano? Cardano is the same thing. Like, Cardano is obviously one of my favorite coins, and I think Cardano is my biggest bag. So when this one dumps, it's not good for the portfolio. And this is about exactly the time I woke up. We were clocking all-time highs of $2.14. Are you freaking kidding me? Cardano is very strong. And then it just kind of fell off a cliff a little bit later. It does bottom out around $2. So if you're a trader, the $2 mark, this is not financial advice, but the $2 mark is pretty big support. Let's pull this over to the hourly. It's dumped down to $2, $1.99, $1.98 is the low. So if you have a little bag that you just like to swing trade with, you're not a hodler on it, $2 seems to be a very good level to pick up Cardano. And I do have some Cardano over my Voyager. Maybe I F around with it. You know, I have 1,000 coins over there. If this thing pumps back, the problem though is maybe it gets back up to 215. I dump it. Who cares when it's just such a small percent? So I don't like to do a lot of trading. In fact, what I did with how I got all my Harmony One that we're going to get to in a bit, it's a tax event, man. So that's something I had to take into consideration. But I think the returns on Harmony One are going to be a lot better going forward than the coin I sold. And I still like the coin I sold. I wanted to put something into a little bit more risk with Harmony. And again, we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, that's what's going on with crypto. Let's take a look at the stock market. The stock market has opened. And are we, oh, the NASDAQ's green. I don't know if we're going to hold that. So I mean, it already dropped. All right, so the NASDAQ's moving around at some pretty big clips. It's gone from 40 to 30. Is it going to plop back up? I mean, it is a moving. So right now the NASDAQ's hovering at 30-ish, 32, 34, 36, 38, back down to 31. Like, are you kidding me, man? So much uncertainty in the stock market right now. Gold up another $1.70, pushing the 1900 level. Gold has been really strong as of late. What else do we have? The E-mini S&P's up about $4. A pretty even flat day for the E-mini S&P. I mean, if we're being real, 30 points up on the NASDAQ is pretty flat too. I mean, which is crazy to say, but all things considering in the past, 30 points is not that much of a move. And considering how much it's been down, let's take a look at the chart. Actually, let's hop over to Trading View again and let's look at the cubes. So we're going to put in QQQ. See how we're doing. This is my chart of doom that we look at from time to time, and it shows all the similarities right now between what has happened as of late and what I deem the 2021 crash. I tweeted this full chart out recently on Twitter, and here we go. We're gonna need to put this to the weekly to get it all into one screen. But here's the .com crash. Look at these lines. You don't see lines like this repeat very often, and in fact, I mean, we could extend this out all the way down to here and it would still be a pretty steep line. But this is what we're looking at. So I am not surprised. Everyone was beating the drum that 2021 is going to be another great year in the stock market. And I'm like, I don't know, boys and girls. Stock market likes to fake out what everyone thinks is going to happen. And plus, the bull run that we had is just off the charts crazy. Like the market doing what it did during the conditions we had are insane. Now we're kind of paying the piper with inflation, uncertainty. We got our boy Biden coming in with a lot of uncertainty in taxes. Like if they do unrealized taxes, which is still being considered, messing with long-term capital gains, that one, I don't know how much of a big deal that one's going to be. It's only over $1 million, but still, you know, it's going to impact the markets. So I think we're going to have some pain in the stock market for a bit. I think it'll eventually rebound. You know, I got some levels I would not be surprised at seeing, and we're talking about the NASDAQ dropping. I mean, a 40% drop. That would be a massive drop. So if we look at, I think 20% is definitely in the table. 20% would take the cubes down to like 278, right? And even possibly a bit more. We'll see. Like the market has been pretty resilient. So again, we'll see. I'm not surprised by it. I mean, the last dip we had, which is pretty recent, it was pretty ugly. And it was only a 12% dip. And it rebounded from that fast, right? And it went up to all new time highs, and then we're back on down. So we'll see. Are we going to have higher highs and higher lows, etc., etc.? I don't know. Anyway, let's get on to Harmony One. There's a really good video from Coin Bureau on Harmony One. Really, that's the old. So Coin Bureau did a really good video on Harmony One. I've been eyeing Harmony One for a while. I'm not going to go into a lot of the in-depths about it. I would highly recommend that video. He does a really good job, and I'm not going to put that much effort into trying to reproduce a video that might get 100 views versus what he's already got tens of thousands. I'm more of a live streamer. Let's come out, let's talk, let's hang, let's chat, let's talk about portfolios, let's talk about what we're doing. But I'm really excited about Harmony One. It's got a great creator. Dude was from Apple and created his own language, etc. It's got really good tokenomics. I really like it a lot. The things I really like about it is it reminds me a lot of Cardano, how the people in the Cardano network, it's a very strong group, similar to say like the Tesla owners over in the stock market. You can't like they're maxis, right? Like they're all in Cardano, they're all in Tesla, and that's why such a battle's brewing on right now between Bitcoin and Tesla, because you got your Tesla maxis, you got your Bitcoin maxis, and that's just about one of the biggest battles I can envision right now when it comes to asset classes. So that's going to be interesting, man. There's a lot of people in the crypto space that have canceled their Cybertrucks, that have canceled their Plaids. And I actually posted a comment. Andre Jick did a really interesting video yesterday. I forget the name of it, but he talks about how Elon might be the whale that's holding Dogecoin, and there's some pretty strong evidence supporting it. So is Elon faking us all out? Maybe. I don't know. Is he the whale? Maybe. I don't know. He could also just be a frame job, right? Like the actual whale might be doing maybe there's some mad genius behind it and it lines up with the events of what's going on. But that was a really cool part of the video. It was something about Dogecoin in the title. I think it was yesterday. I would highly recommend checking that out. That particular piece in general blew my mind. So I'm not going to take credit for that. Anyway, back on to Harmony One. It is a very, very, the crowd is very loyal. The staking, according to Guy.eth on Coin Bureau, the staking was around 40% with Harmony One. So 40% of all the coins owned is staked, which is a really high value. You can get a really good annual yield, around 11% on the amount of coins that I own, it looks like. Again, I'm looking to start my own validator node. I'm looking into that actively, and if that is the case, I will obviously start promoting it. I don't do a lot of promotions around here, but it shows you how much I believe in the coin, right? So one of the downsides, and it's not that big of a downside, if you stake Harmony One, the unstake period is roughly 6 or 7 days. So if you need the liquidity, like if you think the market's coming to an end and you need to take profits, you have to keep that in mind, because it's going to take you 6 or 7 days to get your coin back. Unlike Cardano, you can get it immediately, right? But again, 40% of it's staked. The fact that I want to run my own validator node just shows you I'm not trying to shill this coin. I believe in the coin, and I show my portfolio all the time. I show you the stuff I'm involved in, and let's take a look at the portfolio. Let's see how much we got. If you can't already figure it out, that's a rough number because I didn't want to get it perfect. So I have updated the portfolio. I sold 325 Polkadot tokens that I had on Voyager, and I got an upcoming video that's like Voyager sucks ass. That's obviously not going to be the title, I don't need Voyager coming after me, but I did dump Voyager, man. Like, I dumped the coin and I'm dumping the app. I'm abandoning and aborting that app. I took the app out of my description. They have a pretty good offer where I refer you, you know, it's the same shit everyone else does. You get some, like, who doesn't want some free Bitcoin, right? But I'm not too happy with their app, and I wish them all the best. Hopefully they can turn it around. Again, I'll cover this in an upcoming video. But I'm done with Voyager for right now, and I can't recommend it, so I've taken it out of the title. I mean, I've taken it out of my description as a referral. Again, I don't really promote the stuff down there, but the stuff I have down there is the stuff I use and the stuff I believe in. And I've taken out Robinhood. I've taken out now Voyager, right? And I've probably taken out a few others that I can't remember right now, but that's neither here nor there. I bought this Polkadot about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Polkadot was at $30. It was an amazing price. I try not to get into this position where I'm buying and selling a bunch of coins because I don't want to fight Uncle Sam. And right now I'm fighting Uncle Sam to the tune of like 30%, right? Like already I'm fighting him for 30%. And that doesn't even include how much I'm paying Uncle Gavin Newsom with California's ridiculous 12% tax. I know I need to move. Like, I know. Maybe. I want to move to Puerto Rico. But we're probably, I think Puerto Rico could be in the cards. We got to see how this bear market comes up. Again, I'm actually looking forward to a bear market. I have a really good exit plan. Hopefully it pans out. Hopefully it pays off. And then the bear market, man, that's when you have your cash on the sidelines and you just gobble it up. And then the next bull market, you're crazy rich. So during that time, hopefully, you know, maybe I have enough money to move to Puerto Rico. My cost basis on my crypto is really cheap. And then the next bull market comes, boom, we're all rich, boys and girls. Anyway, so I sold my Polkadot and I have that in cash. Now, again, I'm very, very, very cash poor right now. And that sucks, man. Look at how much money I have in crypto. I hardly have any cash. I just recently bought a bunch of Chia stuff. I am checking that out. Again, that is something that we discussed quite a bit on the channel. I did a Chia AMA live stream last night. Probably do a few more of those. An update. I mean, the number's coming down. I'm plotting away, but it's still 9 months estimated time to win. We'll see how much this is tomorrow. We'll do a quick check. And these estimates are like, they say you can multiply it by 3 or 4. I've watched a lot. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on the rails on Chia right now. We'll save that for another time. I just want to give an update. We're 9 months away from possible block rewards, and that's something we're fighting. But I did sell my Binance shitcoin. There you go, DMAC. I sold most of my BSC, Binance Smart Chain, Binance Coin. And don't get me wrong, I still like Binance Coin. I still think Binance Coin is going to be very successful. And I think they're going to do really well. I think there's still a potential 4 or 5x in them. But Harmony 1, dude, I think there's a 10x plus in them. And so, you know, I've talked quite a bit how my portfolio is over 50% Ethereum and Bitcoin, over like 80%. You know, my top 3 positions, Cardano, my top position, constantly fighting with Ethereum. But you add those 3 up, you're at like, what is that? I can't do math very well. 60, 73, and then 86 to 87% of my portfolio are the top, like their top 10, top 5 coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Excuse me. So, and a lot of that heavily revolves around my exit strategy, and that's why Cardano and Ethereum are such big positions. I love them all. I'd love Ethereum. I think Ethereum is going to the moon. I think Cardano is going to the moon. The beauty is, when the end happens, if it does happen, again, I say this all the time, but it bears repeating because it's so important and you've got to be ready for it. We were like DEFCON 4 pushing towards DEFCON 3. Now I think we're kind of pushing back towards DEFCON 4 or 5 on whether or not this is the bear market, the bull market end. The entire market pumps. The entire market dumps 30, 40%. Now, these numbers might be a bit different this time around. The entire market relief rallies, not all the way to what the previous top was, but it relief rallies, and then boom, hammer down. Bitcoin starts dumping. A lot of that money coming out of Bitcoin starts pumping into Ethereum. Ethereum goes parabolic for about 1 to 2 weeks, and then Ethereum starts dumping, and that money slinkies down into your Cardanos, your Polkadots, and then your cheaper and smaller caps, right? So 95% of my portfolio with Binance Coin and Polkadot were top 10 cryptos, making up 95% of my portfolio. I wanted a little bit more risk versus reward, and I like Harmony 1 a lot. Again, the social media, the people really back it. It reminds me a lot of Cardano, a lot of the same vibes. So I bought some. I sold $20,000 in Binance Coin and put $20,000 in Harmony 1. And I think the coin, I've already made, how am I doing? I'm already up $3,500. I mean, that could change on a dime. I was eyeing it at 10, 8, 9, 10 cent recently, and I probably wouldn't have come up with this plan, but at that time, but I came up with it yesterday. So far it's paying off. It has had all-time highs. Let's take a look. I don't even know. It's over 20 cents. Let's see. Let's pull this up real quick. CoinGecko, Harmony, it's number 75. It's on the move. I think it was around 90 or 101 yesterday when it was down a bit. Let's see, the 30-day, we'll go the 180-day. So it's at a recent all-time high. feel like it was higher than that. This says 20 cents, 20 cents. Let's pull this up on $1 USD. Let's see, Kraken, no. Harmony, do I need to do Harmony? What does this take to bring this up in Trading View? That's another thing, man. It's only easily accessible. I don't know if it's on Voyager. At the end of the day, I really don't care anymore. Harmony, Tetherus, Binance, that worked. So let's see what this says. Yeah, about 22 cents. So I think it will see that, and I think it will see at least double, if not 5 or 10x, especially if the end comes and it's a parabolic move, man. It's a cheap coin. There's the circulating supply is only like 32 billion versus like Cardano's, or is it about the same? I don't want to speak ill. Maybe it's about the same as, I think, yeah, so I think Cardano is about 32 billion, and I think this one's the same. So I think, why is this so circulating supply? Oh, 9 billion. So I think 9 billion with the market. So it's about 1/3 to 1/4 of Cardano. It's cheap. It reminds me of Cardano when Cardano was at like 16 cents. I started buying Cardano at 16 cents back in January. Cardano's $2 right now. Now, I don't necessarily know that. I'm not saying Harmony 1, even if Harmony 1 went to like $2 though, that would still be like 20, a third of their market cap. I do think Harmony 1 could 5 to 10x. Its market cap is only 1.62 billion. So 5x doesn't even put it at a big cap yet. And you're going to see coins hit 10 billion if the market does go parabolic. Anyway, that's my spiel on Harmony 1. I bought it. I'm very excited about it. I got tired of not being in it. I did get a little bit of FOMO, but we're going to be doing a lot more on this coin going forward. I mean, mostly just discussing it because it's in my portfolio. Again, I will follow up on whether I stake it. I really, really, really want to do a validator node. That is one of the things I want to do with the channel in the future. Show you I'm not just spewing garbage. I actually back up my belief in these coins. I want to do a Cardano node. I don't know how easy that is. It's not that I know I can't do it, right? Like I could easily spin up a Cardano node. It would not take me, again, I'm a system network. I've been doing this stuff for decades, right? I know what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff. I know my way around Linux. I know my way around a lot of scripting. There's no doubt in my mind I could figure it out. I just don't know how much it's going to cost. And I don't think I'm going to get rich off running a Cardano node. And I would imagine it's a tremendous amount of work. But that's the kind of thing I want to do. And I want to like spin up as my business, spinning up validator nodes. Like I also want to spin up an HNT validator node. I really like the Helium network, but that crap takes like 10,000 coins. Right now, that's $160,000. That's not something I could do, right? But it's not something I necessarily am going to spend the money on. According to the minimal research I've done so far on Harmony, you can run a Harmony node on Anchor for $29 a month. I can afford that. I don't care. I'll eat But that's the things I want to build up. I want to build up validator nodes in a community of people that believe in the same coins I believe in. And I want to show you how much I believe in it by running the node and continuing to do videos and doing support for those projects. And it's going to be rough if a bear market comes. It's going to be lean times. There's not going to be a lot of people listening or wanting to hear about Harmony 1 if it crashes back down below 0.005 cents, right? No one's going to be listening to that. That's fine, man. Again, I do have a video in my mind that I'm probably due tomorrow. I want the bear market because we're going to know when to exit if my plan comes to fruition. And we are going to have a ton of cash to start dollar cost averaging in the bear market. And that's where you're going to make a fortune because you start buying it when it's on like sale, like crazy on sale. You just set it out for the next 2 years and that bull market's coming back. And then you're just going to be so flush with. A lot of people think you can get rich off crypto. You can, right? Look at the portfolio. I haven't done half bad. I made a lot of money in the stock market last year. It was a really good year. I saw the opportunity, started learning about crypto, really learning about Bitcoin, smart contracts, Ethereum. And I shifted over to crypto quick because this is when Bitcoin was around 11,000. I started buying it all the way up to heavily buying Bitcoin, even at like 23,000. And I started buying heavily Ethereum at 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, Cardano 16 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, even heavy again at 90 cents. And it's paying off, right? You can get rich, but you got to be early. So we're at a point now that I think we're maybe at the halfway point. So if you're in it, who knows though, right? Who knows? With Elon Eclipse, maybe this is the top. I don't think it's the top, but maybe it is. You got to be, you know, as I always say, never invest more than you can afford to lose. Because if you do that, the reason that is so, because crypto is one of the easiest things to make money in, and it's also one of the hardest. The gains are there, but the volatility's off the charts. And when it's crashing, my portfolio went from $690,000 to a low of $150,000 dip in about 24 hours. That's the kind of stuff you got to deal with. That takes brass, steel balls to be able to handle that. And you're not going to be able to do that if you're like, oh man, like, I got $5,000, but I really need this for, you know, for life and pay my mortgage or pay my rent and put food on the table. I'm unemployed. But let's YOLO this into Bitcoin because everyone's getting stupid rich off Bitcoin right now or stupid rich off Ethereum. You put it in, that's when it tanks. The next thing you know, you're homeless. But if you have $5,000 and you can throw that into crypto and you're basically treating it like you just threw that money out the window and you're never going to see it again, you can withstand these freaking, you know, highly volatile moves in the market. And I'm not going to lie. I've gotten a little paper handy when my portfolio drops at 150,000. I'm sitting here thinking like, how much more does this have to dip before I take some profits off the table? And I got to tell you again, I bought 325 Polkadot on Voyager for about 30 bucks. And then I sold it when it was at like 40. We made about $3,500 off that. And now I have some cash in my account. You know, I have like 15. I also sold my Doge. I had a small loss. I just bought it just to be part of the story again, I guess. I don't know, just FOMO on it. So I got me about 15 grand sitting over in Voyager that I'm transferring out, and it's taken forever. One of the reasons I'm dumping Voyager. But I got a little cash now, so that eases my mind. That relaxes me a bit. If the crypto market goes to zero, which I don't think is gonna happen, at least I got 15 grand plus my job. I'll be okay, right? I'm gonna be like that guy on that YOLO the Tesla calls crying into his phone that I just lost all my money, but at least I'll just be stuck to my 9 to 5 for a long time. Anyway, let's wrap this up. My famous let's wrap this up. Let's take a look at what's going on in crypto. I see 5 people in the chat. Let's get it up to 5 likes. Like, subscribe, bell button if you like this content. Again, I live stream every day, 6:25 a.m. PST. I want to start incorporating some more night streams. I work though, man. I work a lot. So sitting in front of a computer all day, configuring routers, switches, firewalls, servers, SANs. You know, it's tough, man. Sitting at the computer doing YouTube's a lot of work too, man. So, you know, trying to get alive, trying to get back into shape, trying to improve my health. Anyway, like, subscribe, bell button if you like the content. I'm a very open book. I show you what I buy and sell. I show you what I hold, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's the stock market. Let's take a quick look at what happened in the stock market. The NASDAQ struggling, hold its gains. It's up 22. Tesla, my Esla, as Jeremy would say, only down a couple bucks. The big news is Michael Burry's got a big short on. Okay, first of all, that was big news like 6 months ago. That guy has not stopped talking about how he's shorting Tesla since I can remember. Who the F cares if Michael Burry's shorting Tesla? Tesla's probably going to have some rough times for a while. This whole Elon Eclipse and Bitcoin's not going to help their case much. I agree with Elon. on the fact that Bitcoin's a store of value. Bitcoin right now is not a good coin for using to buy and sell stuff for a number of reasons. It's slow, right? Maybe the Lightning Network will change that. Maybe. Who knows? Who cares, right? All I need Bitcoin to be is a supply and demand deflationary store of value. That's all anyone ever needs Bitcoin to ever be, right? That's it. The most secure blockchain on the planet. I mean, there's pros and cons to everything, but that's it. A very highly secure store of value. That's all I need it to be. It continues to go up in value. I own my Bitcoin. I do think Bitcoin will be $1 million plus. I don't know when, 2025, 2030. Who cares? I got my stack of Satoshis. We're going to continue to build that. And then we got our money and other stuff. Dogecoin does make a much better currency. Highly liquid, inflationary, faster, great, man, except Doge. I don't care. I think he might be a mad genius if he really is the whale and he's just manipulating the market, making suckers out of us. But Doge makes a great currency. That being said, like, dude, it makes a lot more sense to buy your Tesla with Doge than it does with Bitcoin, kinda. Like, if you, I mean, why, but why, right? Why even go through that hassle right now? Eventually we're gonna get there. But if you have your Bitcoin, unless you're like all in Bitcoin, your entire net worth is basically in Bitcoin, why would you use your Bitcoin to buy a Tesla? Forget about the fact that eventually that Tesla would have cost you like, $5 million in profit. So, I mean, you got to have cash regardless. If you're buying a Tesla, you got to have a cash, right? But the tax event alone, why bother with it? Unless you're just like, oh, I want to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin just to be cool. Unless you don't own any Bitcoin, or all the Bitcoin that you own is over a year old, so it's long-term capital gains, it makes no sense to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin because you're also paying Uncle Sam a shitload of money. If say I bought a ton of Bitcoin this year around February, right? So if I go, oh, I want to be part of the story, I'm going to go put another 70 grand in Bitcoin to go buy my performance Model S, and I go do that, well, it's first in, first out. So whatever gains I've made on that purchase is going to Uncle Sam versus just leasing it or loaning it. Cash is basically free, right? When you put it on credit right now. So why would you do that? It makes no sense. Eventually, I think we'll get there, but the tax laws are going to have to change. Didn't I say let's wrap this up? But don't I always also say that I'm famous for saying let's wrap this up, and then I wax on for another 10 minutes? Anyway, one final wrap up. The Nasdaq's holding 32. Gold's now down $3, right? What's silver doing? Silver's down 50 cents. Let's take a look at what the dollar's doing. All right, let's see what volatility's doing. We don't talk about volatility's actually down kind of a bit based, which I'm a little surprised. So volatility's at 21. It had seen recent highs, I want to say close to 30. So volatility has a lot to do with uncertainty in the stock market. The higher the volatility, usually the stock market's crashing. So it is down quite a bit. We did have a big bump the last couple of days, like huge spike all the way. So it was down to 20 and then a huge spike, huge. Now we're back down to 21, so maybe the market's stabilizing a bit. One big indicator in life when you're in the stock market, if the stock market's pumping and volatility starts increasing, get ready for a dump. And let's see what the dollar's doing. So volatility, also one thing to keep in mind, the higher the volatility, the higher the premium in your options. We have done a lot of options trading over here. I haven't done much lately, just haven't had much interest in the stock market. Coinbase, I'm down about $5 in Coinbase in this account. Yeek. I think we're going to recover from that once the bull market is back on, which I think is coming. We got this account over here. It did just buy more Bitcoin, $2,500 in Bitcoin when it was around 47,000. This account on Tastyworks, you can trade crypto. Let's take a look at that. Tastyworks is a great platform for stocks, options, and futures. Again, you can trade crypto. They have Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Basic Attention, DOT, Engine, EOS, Link, OMG, PaxG, XLM, and Zero, ZRX. They are adding more coins. I just asked Tom, the CEO, when they're asking Cardano. Hopefully soon they're looking into it, he said. And they will continue to add coins. The fees are really, really good. It's like $10. No matter what. You could buy $20,000 in Bitcoin, $10. You could buy $10 in Bitcoin, I think it's $10. So the fees are great. Unlike, I thought Binance had great fees, but dude, I sold my Binance coin. They limit you to $10,000, which is kind of annoying. So I had to do it in 2 sales, and it was $50. So it's still really good. It was $50 per 10,000 is basically what it works out to. So what is that, like 0.05%? Or 0.05, I'm not sure. Anyway, Tastyworks is $10. As far as I know, it's just $10. One of the downsides to Tastyworks is it's a little bit Robinhood-like in that you can't take custody of your coins. I think that's something that'll change in the future. Tastyworks has a lot of exciting stuff coming up. They're probably going to offer gambling on their platform, on sports wagering. Obviously, that's going to be state dependent. I wish California would get that. And even like political, I think they want to add political gambling. They will add more coins, and they will eventually add custody. So if you want an all-around great platform, great place to be. If you're into custody, that's but if you want to be able to trade similar to kind of like Robinhood, where you want to trade stocks, options, and some crypto, you don't mind not being able to take custody with just a small amount, just to quickly trade it around and not get nickel and dimed with crazy fees like you would on a traditional exchange. Again, it is centralized, pros and cons. Anyway, I do have a link down below. I don't really get anything. This is how much I believe in and use the platform. Eventually the stock market will turn back around and crypto will be in a bear market, and we'll start doing a lot of options and futures and etc. I do have a Bitcoin future long over here. This is the micro Bitcoin future. I'm down $1,500 on this, right? I'm tempted to add another contract. Now, I talk about all the time how you should not leverage trade because you're just going to get your face melted. And this is an example of me getting my face melted. But this is 1/10 the size of Bitcoin. So it's not that big a deal. I wanted a little bit more capital efficient trade into Bitcoin. So it's 1/10 the size, and you ask why? Well, how is that margin? Well, you only need about 60% of your capital in order to initiate this trade, right? So the max loss on this trade right now, I was in at like 4,700. If Bitcoin went to zero, 1/10 of that, it's roughly 5,000 notional. I would lose $5,000, right? There are some downsides to futures trading. You do have to initially carry this forward to the next month, and there's a carrying cost. So the next month, Bitcoin futures probably trading at like, I don't know, 43, whatever. So there's going to be like a $300 to $500 difference that's going to adjust as it gets closer. So when you roll out, there's some slippage, you lose some money. Otherwise, everyone would just yellow in the futures and just wait to the right. Pun Jazz in the house. What one going to? $10. And then Moon Show. Hey man, any chance for one to copy Matic? Dude, Matic, the move Matic has had is crazy. Yes, I do think one could copy that. I would not be buying a bunch. I would not be putting $20,000 into one if I didn't believe it. Even considering the fact that it's only 4% of my portfolio. That's a lot though. I just put a lot of money into a much higher risk coin. This is a much higher risk coin, but I love it. I think one will see $1. I think one will see $1 conservatively this bull run. What's the peak? I don't know. $1 is just kind of that level that you could see. It could go much, much higher. Again, this is only a 1.5 billion coin, so a 10x would put this at $1.60 and a $16 billion market cap. Do I think it could pump to the extreme in a parabolic move? Again, the move, market pumps, market dumps, market relief rallies, Bitcoin starts dumping. If Bitcoin hits these 180,000, 300,000, 500, say it hits this 500,000 number that some people are throwing around. Well, that's like a $10 trillion market cap. As that's dumping trillions of dollars, and we can take that down. If it's only 300,000, that's a $5 trillion market cap in Bitcoin. The reason Ethereum goes parabolic is when it's dumping, is the whales want to squeeze the last bit of life out of you, right? So they start pumping Ethereum. That's fine. That's why Ethereum's my biggest bag. We're going to make some money and we're going to aggressively take profits as that's pumping and then put that into things. So say Bitcoin hits 300,000, it's a $5 trillion market cap. It starts dumping. Even if just 1 to 2 trillion of that flows into Ethereum, it's going to go freaking parabolic. You're going to make a bunch of money. You aggressively take your profits, and then that's going to flow down into your Cardanos, and then it's going to flow. So another coin I really have on my radar and I really like right now is VeChain. It fits a lot of bills. A lot of people love it. It's cheap. That cheap mentality. A lot of people just like, they gravitate toward like, oh, I can get rich because VeChain can go to $1, right? Yeah, maybe it can. And the money, these trillions of dollars are going to flow down. And they're going to flow into, and one's going to be one of them, man. I think one is going to be one of those big ones that could just have a massive pump. Like Moonboy Tom here, like this thing could hit a 20 or 30x in a massive pump. It could happen. I see my portfolio dipping down. So yeah, Bitcoin's pushing back down to 43,000. Ethereum at 3,300. Maybe I shouldn't have woke up, man. As grim as that is. So there you go. Yeah, one can reach $1 easily. $10? $10 is a tough one. So what would that be? That'd be like a $500 billion market cap if my math is quick and fast. But yeah, maybe someday, 2025, 2030, who knows, right? Right now we're just looking short term. And even long-term next bull market. Again, I'll be doing a video tomorrow on why I can't wait for the next crypto bear market. I am wrapping this up. Like, subscribe, bell button. We got 6 likes. That is freaking beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. I love you all. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.